Hello, coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Memphis Depay, as it has been reported that the Barcelona forward does not wish to join La Liga rivals in January, wants a top European club. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about this report claiming that Barcelona and Arsenal in talks to play a friendly match at the Emirates next month. We are also going to be discussing another report. So guys, before we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch the video right up to the very end. Memphis Depay is likely to move on from Barcelona in the January transfer window, with Marca reporting that the Catalans are very much open to the possibility of selling him. The 28-year-old fell down the pecking order this season following the signings of Robert Lewandowski and Rafinha, coupled with the contract extension of Ousmane Dembele as well as Ansu Fati's return from injury. Depay came close to leaving in the summer, but the move to Juventus fell through. Having stayed at Camp Nou, he has played just 3 matches this season. With the World Cup coming up, he has been named in the Netherlands squad and is aware that, a good run in Qatar could help him attract interest from clubs in January. Barcelona too would not stand in the way, as they can, they can get some revenue from his sale and get rid of his wages. While clubs like Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur have been touted as interested parties, La Liga side Sevilla are also now said to be interested in signing Depay. The report states that Sevilla were keen on signing the ex-Olympique Lyon ace in the summer, as well as are once again looking at a possible move for him in January. However, at the same time, it is claimed that Depay has no intentions to sign for Sevilla. The Netherlands international wants to join the top European club, and the Andalusians outfit do not meet those requirements, having crashed out of the Champions League and are struggling for relegation zone in La Liga. So while Sevilla would hold an interest in Depay, the Dutchman does not wish to join Barcelona's La Liga rivals. The former Manchester United forward is aware that leaving Barcelona as a free agent in the summer would guarantee him greater earnings in terms of signing on bonuses and wages. However, he also believes that if a good offer comes in January, it would be foolish to turn it down. So as things stand, Depay looks headed for an exit doors in January, but does not plan to join Sevilla. Instead, he will continue to wait for a big European club to make a play to sign him. The future of Memphis Depay at Barcelona continues to look very, very uncertain. Every single day, numerous reports come out talking about Memphis Depay and his fate at Barca, if he will stay till the end of the season when his contract comes to an end, or he will leave in January. Because leaving in January is also a possibility. Of course, the player is not that happy about the treatment that he has been receiving since Xavi came. And of course, we also understand the fact that when Barca went to buy Lewandowski, of course, Rafinha, Ansu Fati came back from injury and so on and so forth, it was just natural that Memphis Depay's role will be diminished. Because last season when Memphis Depay came, when Coleman was still in charge, being the main man, of course all these players that I've just mentioned, they were not there. So it's just a matter of, I don't know, it does not look as though he will last at his club. His contract, by the way, expires, and it will even be surprising if he stays till the summer, because numerous reports are coming out claiming that he might look for a club in the winter window. And of course, it's gonna be interesting to see how all this gonna end up. Of course, I've been talking about Sevilla showing interest in Memphis, but according to this report, the player don't want Sevilla, because Sevilla are not in the Champions League anymore. They say he wants a Champions League club, a top club, and Sevilla does not match his category. So it's only after the World Cup that the future of Memphis will be very clear, because right now nobody can say anything if actually he will stay beyond the season or beyond the January window, or he will depart. But I wish he just finish the season and leave, because you'll be like they are driving him. But let's see how it goes. If he can finish the season, then you'll be okay living as a free agent, because from what we are hearing, Memphis Depay, even if he leaves in January, he does not want Barcelona to receive any money from him. He wants to leave the club the same way he came, as a free agent. So whether Barca will accept such remains to be seen. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Barcelona capped off the first half of the 2022-23 campaign with a win over 2-1 win over Osasuna, as the club football goes into an early hiatus in light of the upcoming FIFA World Cup. Barca are set to restart their season on December 31st against Espanyol, giving Xavi ample time to regroup and get his ideas through to the players who are not part of the World Cup. However, before the Catalans kickstart their campaign, they are expected to play friendlies with a few clubs during the World Cup in order to keep the players fit and ready for the restart of the season. According to RAC1, Barca are looking to take the challenge one step further by arranging a friendly against Arsenal on December 17, just a day before the World Cup final. The two parties are currently in talks about the possibility of the friendly, which could be hosted at the Emirates Stadium in London. Arsenal could be an interesting opponent for Barca, as the Gunners are currently leading the Premier League table following an exquisite start to the season. Not to mention, Arsenal coach Mikel Arteta have been linked with a potential future move to Barca. The friendly, therefore, should give the club board members the opportunity to assess the quality of the Spanish tactician and whether or not he can be groomed into a potential replacement for Xavi Hernandez. For the time being, though, Xavi has the backing of the board members and is currently being hailed as the ideal man to lead the Barca project. Despite the club's shortcomings in Europe, a clash between the leaders of Premier League and La Liga, even if it is in the friendly, it will be very exciting to see, an exciting event, and it should help Barca keep their levels up ahead for the second half of the season. Of course, in fixtures like this, we expect to see the players who do not travel for the World Cup, or the ones who were eliminated from the group stages, might have the time to come and play such a beautiful friendly. Of course, Arsenal are doing well. It's not the Arsenal in the past. This is Arsenal, a different one, playing very, very well. So it's going to be a testy encounter, no doubt about that. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.